Make sure you check out Pod Living Design, ecopoddesign.co.uk. Well worth a look. So it's the unearthly hour of 10:30 in the morning for this early kick-off here at Crystal Palace, and here arrive the team. The bus has just pulled in. It's still an hour and a half, of course, to kick off. And I remember lots of trips down here to Crystal Palace because it's an awkward place to get to from Manchester. Obviously, I've had different incidents down the years, flat tyres and all sorts. I'm always glad to get here in one piece and on time. And obviously, I think it's fair to say that the players are probably feeling the same way, although I'm guessing that they probably flew down yesterday. But what are the fans thinking of the early start today? Let's find out. Just tell us about your journey today then.
Well, we set off at 5 o'clock this morning. It was one of them, make sure everybody's on, but one person didn't turn up. We had a spare ticket, but fortunately somebody got on who didn't have a ticket anyway, so it was happy days. Nice steady journey down here. It's clear. The motorway, I've never seen a motorway so clear in my life. Straight through. 4 hours it took us to get here.
You're telling me it's a good idea then, playing at 12 noon on a
Definitely.
New Year's Eve? Yes.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Hey, and we'll be back for 7 o'clock and we can still enjoy ourselves. And I've not had a drink yet, but I'm saving myself for tonight. And the missus has booked the table, so it's happy days.
Are you expecting another win?
Oh, of course. Well, I wouldn't be coming down here if it wasn't going another win.
Our trip has been, we left the house at 3:15 this morning, drove down to Dublin Airport, got the 6:30 flight to Gatwick, and then got the train up to Selhurst.
Are you going to get home this year?
We will get home in 2017, yes. We're getting a 4:45 flight home, and we hope to be back in our residence about 8 o'clock.
Are you expecting a win today?
Hopefully, yes.
Is it worth all this effort?
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
When you saw the fixture 12 noon on New Year's Eve, did you dread it? Did you embrace it, or does it not matter to you?
We booked the flights right away.
It suits us
It
for
suits
flying.
us for flying.
The early kick-off.
And the early kick-off.
I didn't dread it at all because it's dead easy. I actually got here in an hour. I live out in West London. It's almost like a home game for me, and I always love coming here because it's a fantastic atmosphere. Got to give it to the Palace fans. They're such good fans. No matter what the team's doing, they make such a noise, and it's a great place to come. Old-fashioned ground, reminds me of my sort of teens and even younger in the 50s and 60s. Great place to come.
What do you think today? I mean,
Well,
winning streak's got to end sometime.
We can't go on forever doing this. Somebody's going to catch that, and it'll probably be a team like Crystal Palace. I don't want it to happen, of course, but my guess is it'll be a team like Crystal Palace will maybe nick a draw somewhere, or could even beat us. But fingers crossed. Happy New Year for all City fans.
What are your hopes for 2018?
I think we're going to win the double at least. I think we're going to win the league and we're going to win the FA Cup. Not too bothered about the other one, and the Champions League, fantastic. We're in with the shout, let's face it. I mean, we've beaten Barcelona already in the past, we've beaten Bayern in the past, haven't we? So why not?
Very tiring at the moment. We got up at 4 o'clock. Well, I was awake before 4, but we got up at 4 o'clock, set off at 5, from Glossop to Chesterfield. Quite easy run really, and then down the M1, round the south and North Circular. Easy really, no cars. Sunday morning, New Year's Eve, thanks TV. But yeah, it was pretty straightforward trip really.
What are your hopes for 2018?
Premiership first and foremost. We've got to win that, and then anything else is a bonus. I'd like the FA Cup because I'm an old traditionalist who prefer Premiership and the FA Cup before the Champions League. But obviously the owners want the Champions League. I mean, I want the Champions League eventually, but if we get it, we get it. I'm not going to stress so much if we don't.
I think it's just ridiculous. Okay, the telly is the paymaster for everybody, but I had to come down last night, so you got hotel overnight in London, and it's just crazy. No thought for the fans travelling on New Year's Eve. Ridiculous. It should have been on yesterday, as originally planned.
I heard a lot of City fans saying they've driven down today.
Yeah.
And it's been empty roads. They've loved it.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I came down on the train yesterday, so it is what it is. But it's 12 o'clock kick-off. It's not football, really, is it? Cheesy.
If City win, though,
yeah.
You won't mind, will you?
No, it'd make the journey back a lot more pleasant. But it's still, I don't know. I'm a traditionalist. Football should be 3 o'clock on a Saturday, and nothing else really. But it's just the way it is.
No, quite an easy one, mate. We're 45 minutes away, so it's one I couldn't miss. My little lad's keen on City, so nice local one. Gives me time to get back to New Year's party tonight. So,
can you believe the season City have had?
Not really. I thought they'd do well, obviously, like all City fans, but the way it's going at the minute's scary. And I've said it many times, if any fans deserve the success they're getting, it's the City fans, from what they've been through and stuff. So it's happy times, and long may it continue.
You think it'll continue here today?
I hope so, because my little lad will be gutted if it don't. Yeah, the dangerous thing is everyone expects City to blow them away. It might not be like that. It may be the odd goal, but we'll take that anyway.
Tell us what it's like having a dad who's a dead famous ex-City player.
Kind of weird, because when I go out, everyone knows him, and it's just weird. Yeah.
And are you named after Kevin Keegan then?
No.
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 It should be with a name like Keegan, shouldn't
he actually wasn't. It was. So I had 4 girls first, and Keegan was my last and my youngest. And we didn't have a name for him because we thought he was having another girl, and then he was born, and it was actually named after Keegan Parker.
Right. City going to win today?
Yeah, I think they're going to win.
Super Kevin, Nightmare. R4, get up. Worth it though, isn't it? He's been out all night. Happy days. 4-0 today.
You confident?
Easy. Game over it. Happy days.
So half-time 0-0, and for the first time I've got to say City are in a little bit of bother here, because if Sahar does what he's been doing in the first half and succeeds, they could end up losing this. It's better though to assess the first half than a former Luton Town manager. Remember him? Danced on the pitch when City went down all those years ago. David Pleat.
I thought it was a real spectacle. I admired Palace for trying to press early and take them on. Very difficult thing to do, very brave thing to do. I think the crossfield balls of Manchester City out to Sane on the touchline have been magnificent. 5 different players have produced brilliant crossfield passes to Sane. Every time they get the ball, City are dangerous near the box, and that's the difference between the two sides. Manchester City far too clever around the box, and Zaha, for all his brilliance at dribbling, running the ball from the halfway line to the penalty box, to get a final incisive pass or to get a shot at goal. That's what we want from him. He's a great promiser in my view. Whether he can finally deliver, I'm not quite so sure. But as a game, it's superb, and I hate that expression, it could go either way, but it's really in the balance.
It's a very different City side than the City side when you were Luton manager all those years ago, isn't it?
Just a little bit better.
Well, it had to happen sometime. City had dropped points. They did it in the second game of the season against Everton. Much more worrying is the injury to Kevin De Bruyne. But City had to drop points sometime, somewhere. In the end, I think really I was glad that City got a point out of that. Great save by Ederson. Let's see what the fans think.
Still unbeaten, mate. That'll do. Still unbeaten. It's like a victory. It's like a victory today.
How do you make that out then?
I just think it was like a victory. Saved the penalty. Didn't play good. But, you know, they're a tough team to beat. They're a real tough team to beat, Palace. Real tough. I just didn't think we had it up front tonight. I don't know. I just didn't think there was any movement up front. Lack of ambition maybe up front. Should have finished
it. The De Bruyne injury now, isn't it?
I don't know how serious it is though, Cheesy, really. Don't know how serious it is. But great save by Ederson. Don't know if it's a penalty from where we were. But I don't know. It's just something missing tonight. Passion a bit. I don't know. Something missing.
Well, it's so sad we didn't quite get the magic 19, didn't we? But hey-ho, 0-0 away from home, you normally take that, but not today. The biggest concerns are the injuries, aren't they, at the end of the day? That looked really bad with no doctor, but he was holding the back of his knee. Is that crucial? Hope not. Hope he's not out for the end of the season, because that's one big miss. He's one hell of a player. Very disappointed with Sane today. His attitude was bad, his decision-making was bad. Sterling came on and proved a point that he should have been on from the start at the end of the day. We're missing Silva in midfield. Yaya Toure came on. It's always lovely to see the big man, and I mean big man because he looks big. And that silly tackle at the end, and then he had to pull him back. Fernandinho gets booked right at the end of the season. He's at him out now as well. He's at his 5th booking, and he's gone 4 games without getting booked. Great save from Ederson, and it keeps us keeps on track. We're unbeaten, so happy days in that respect, Ian. Happy days. We're still there. You know, do we need records? No, we don't. We need silverware, and we're going to get it. The gap's still there, isn't it?
They didn't park the bus all the time. At least they come out and had a go, which a lot of teams haven't been doing. Like you say, now it's just the injuries, and hopefully not too bad. I don't know really. Just keep our fingers crossed.
You don't seem too downhearted.
Not really. We're still 14 points above Chelsea, aren't we?
I think they could have won, but they played quite. I don't know. They were sleepy. They didn't play like themselves normally.
Disappointing, Ian. Disappointing, mate. It wasn't a penalty as well, apparently, you've been told.
So it's a very harsh penalty, apparently. According to the website we read, it said a harsh penalty, and then they cleaned De Bruyne out, punched and took him out. Been coming for a few games now. Refs let him get away with it. It's got to stop. Refs got to give us protection. It's bad. Can't afford to lose players like that every game.
I thought we had chances to win. I thought Palace were honest and could have nicked it in the end. I thought Ederson's save was the business, the highlight of the game. I thought Kyle Walker was our man of the match. I think we're going to get a little bit more of that in the coming weeks from different teams. A bit direct, weren't they, with the Benteke thing? We seem to handle that as well. We've come from A side and we've had a good day, other than the result, of course.
Well, just to finish the video off for this game, I've just been in the press conference and listened to what Pep Guardiola had to say. Clearly the big talking points were the injuries. I know that he said on TV that Gabriel Jesus could be 1 or 2 months. He said at least a month. More encouragingly on Kevin De Bruyne, he said that he thought he'd missed the Watford game. Now, if that was a serious injury, we're talking about ligaments or a break, and I've seen a video of Kevin De Bruyne walking along the touchline after the game, limping admittedly, but walking along the touchline. If that had been such a serious injury, a ligament or a break, I don't think he'd be talking in terms of, well, he'll probably miss the Watford game. I think he'd be talking about assessments in 2 or 3 months. So I would take it from that, I would be very positive and say that I'm hoping that that means that Kevin De Bruyne is a short-term injury. Maybe the Watford game, maybe the Burnley game in the FA Cup, but maybe returning for the Bristol City game. Fingers crossed. Thanks very much for watching the videos, as always, all season, thank you. Hope you've enjoyed them. All the very best for the new year, and I'll see you again in 2018. Thank you. Don't forget the subscribe button. See you soon.